Hello YouTube, my name is McFlippers and welcome to the U.T.F series, episode 9 here in the lovely land of Drooks. I am super excited to get into the video as always, so without further ado, let's go. So today I've got quite a fair amount of things to do as well, but I figure we'll start off with our enchanting of the day. I found a depth strider for our boots, so let's see. That's okay. That's okay, that'll do for now. I also made a new diamond shovel in case I could get a good enchantment on that, but there seems to be no silk touch, so unfortunate. Anyway, the plans for the episode mostly pertain around building again. We left off our nether tunnel very unfinished a couple episodes ago, so I want to touch upon that again. Just a little bit. I don't want to spend the entire episode on the nether tunnel because honestly I don't really like the nether, but I would like to go back and do a little bit with the nether today. Now also, up until this point, every single house has had a purpose. That house over there basically acts as our storage. This skeleton acts as a skeleton. If I can... Let me just kill you. So that house acts as just our storage, basically. This one has the AFK Fisher. That's where the smeltery is. Creeper. Man, it's a bloodbath out here. I can't just speak. Well, let me get through this a little faster then. This one has our smeltery, this one has our brewing stuff, and this one has our enchanting table, as you just saw. But, to build a town, every house cannot have purpose. Some must simply just be houses. And so, I need to build, or at least I want to build, some form of residential house right in this big flat area back here today. It's not going to be a relatively large residential house, it's just going to be a sort of mediocre size compared to the rest of these, and hopefully it will be fun. So, I'm going to get away from all the monsters, and I'll see you when I get some resources. So, before we do the nether tunnel, I'd like to do the house. So, for the house, I don't actually have any plans. I normally would plan out what I want done first, and then build it. In fact, I almost never place down a block until I've planned out exactly what I want, but every now and again it's fun to just kind of build and see where your imagination takes you. So, where did I put that? I put that a block out? I did that here too. I did it wrong, but I did it. So, this kinda looks more like a circle, honestly. Yeah, it kind of looks like a circle. Maybe there'll be one outcrop on this side, and then one of those slanted roofs on this side over here. So like a dormer on this side, and then a slanted roof here. Let's see how this looks. This looks a little better. I like this structure a little better. So I think I'm going to stick with this. So I'm going to throw up the frame, see how it looks as a framework, and I'll see you when I'm done. I take it all back. This is no moderately sized house. Nope, but I like where it's going, so I'm going to keep it this way and see what happens. I don't know, maybe it's too big. I feel like it's way too big, but it's a really cool looking house. I really want to build it. I want to try. I want to see how it comes out. I'm out of spruce. Alright, I'm going to run back, get my resources together again, and fill in the walls. I'll be back soon. So I think I've been going about this the wrong way. Perhaps instead of the path coming through here to our house, we have the path come through here, And then this can be like a cove of residentials curving around the outside of this hill against the mountain. I think that's a pretty good plan. I mean, you know, this zombie, he's in the way, but I think that's a pretty good plan. And I think the house looks pretty nice too. It's doing pretty good. I'm not sure how this slanted roof is gonna work right. I've done it with logs before. Hello. Once again, at nighttime. Always trying to speak at nighttime, and the monsters come and eat me. It's not favorable. Just call out to all the monsters that are spawning around in the hills. Just leave me alone. Let me explain. Leave me be. I think they heard me. Yeah, they're all intimidated. They're not coming back, except for this zombie. He's a glutton for punishment. Anyway, I think I'm going to have some sort of cobblestone just running down the side here, and then all across the top can be oak slabs or spruce slabs. Yeah, I think that's good. Well, I'm going to get back to work. I'll see you when I have new details. I suppose it's worth mentioning while I'm down here grabbing some cobblestone, because, you know, I keep running out, that when I'm mining for cobblestone, I mine it in a very cave-like pattern. So these all look like almost a naturally generated cave, because that's just the way that I mine out the cobblestone. And honestly, there's no other reason for it than the fact that aesthetically it pleases me. But I do have a plan for this later. A very good plan, which I will not reveal until the episode comes that I decide to actually work on it. But it is a plan nonetheless, and hopefully it will work out right. So I've got all those new details in. We've got the pillars up around the sides of the house. The roof has been thickened up. I put the slanted roof in, and I gave them some support pillars around the side because it looked like it was far too heavy and it was just going to fall down and collapse, so it needed some support. I did the interior as well. We've got some gray window. I mean, the gray windows aren't really part of the interior, but something to mention. And most of the interior I didn't do the upstairs. It's just chests. My favorite part of it, though, is this little island right here. It's just a little kitchen island. And I used one of these extra brewing stands I had from the station over here to decorate. Maybe it's a coffee brewer. So other than that, we still have to do the chimney. I have to decorate this little area under here. We have a pathway to make, and the upstairs interior. And when I do the upstairs interior, I think I also want to put a little light hanging right there, because then that'll light up some of the area right here. It won't be that effective at doing anything, but I need to find some sort of lighting solution. There are far too many monsters. I've been blown up by a creeper and attacked by so many hordes of zombies in the process of detailing this house. It's unthinkable how many monsters have been spawning around here. We most certainly need to find a lighting solution. Either way, I'm going to continue detailing, and when I'm done, I shall return. So I have completed the detailing of the house. The chimney is up there with its smoke. Around the back, I just put up some tables, a few workstations, and some crafting benches. The torches, I'm not sure how I like here. Those ones are okay, because those are pretty hidden, but these ones are very apparent. I'm not sure how I like them, but they'll stay for now, because I need the light. You've already seen the downstairs. On the upstairs, I put a bunk bed. There's a ladder to get up to it, although in reality this probably wouldn't be too functional, because I can't even get onto the bed, but that's fine. And some tables and chests and crafting tables everywhere. pretty good. And then there's the path here, which I inadvertently created light sources underneath when I dug out that massive space below us and built this grass platform. There's a bunch of torches down there in that open space, so apparently the light is shining through in the corners of these path blocks, which is odd, but I suppose that's okay. So, as for the monsters and lighting up the place, I thought something along the lines of a sort of higgledy-piggledy tiki torch kind of thing could work pretty well. So if I just place a torch and a fence every now and again in just a random spot, probably not there, that's not a good place for it, but if I just place them in sort of a random back and forth pattern, it shouldn't look too overbearing, and it lights up most of the place around here, so that should take care of the lighting. And if we ever need a better solution, we can, but I'm trying to keep in mind here that Southern Drukes, which is what this is a more or less reserved and kind of poor town. They're not going to have big, beautiful, fancy street lamps. They'll have tiki torches. So, keeping that in mind, I think this is a pretty good solution to that problem. And I also do it a lot on different builds I use, so it seems right here. And I think it's good. So now, it's time to move on to our nether tunnel. We have to go back to the nether. I'll see you when I get there. So first things first, I want to move the portal up to the tunnel. That's going to take a while, so I suppose while I'm doing this, I will cut you guys out and come back when I'm done. Oh, this is going to take forever. I really need efficiency. I should upgrade my tool selection. I should just spend some time, like serious time for once, and upgrade my tool selection. So I've made it to the nether and I moved the portal up. And now I just gotta test it. I'm hoping everything works out well. I'm no expert on portals, but I'd say that worked pretty well. Now if it links up on the other side, that would be the true testament of my knowledge of portals. There we go, it worked. I suppose I did a good job. So now that the portal's done, it's time for the detailing. Now I had an idea for the detailing of this little base type area, and it's kind of, if I didn't place so many of the same block next to each other, it's kind of a weird-ish idea, a little bit. I want to make it so that it's kind of like a big cone of sort of falling apart stone ruin, and then I want it to kind of fade into netherrack, and then they'll just be the netherrack tunnel. Because honestly, these tunnels could be pretty long, and detailing the entire thing would be a project that, in all honesty, I really don't want to do. And above all else, I like ruins, so this seems to be a very good option right here, to sort of have ruins kind of collapsing in. And we're not just going to leave the tunnel like this. We can go through and kind of place in random blocks of netherrack and nether brick and break things out in the walls and make it look ruined along the way as well. I just want to minimize the amount of effort that we have to put in for a tunnel that we'll almost never use, because I don't spend much time in the nether. And if we ever do spend much time in the nether, it's going to be either at the blaze farm, or as far as I can see, at some form of wither skeleton farm. both of which don't really take that much time to get to or from, so I think this is a good option. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can make of it, and I'll see you when I have a result. Alright, I have my back turned to the work I've done. It's time for the reveal of Phase 1 of the Nether Tunnel. Now, before I reveal it, I just want to say, I am doing this in a sort of phase-like fashion. I'm kind of going to come back and say, you know, entrance is Phase 1, and then the integration of the more collapsing nether brick type area is going to be Phase 2, and then the exit of the tunnel at the Blaze Farm, that's like Phase 3. And we'll come back and do a little bit of each every now and again. So, Phase 1. This is what I've come up with. It's a kind of bricks, and like out here, the bricks are sort of sparse. I'm just going to refer to all of these as bricks, all these stone things. All the bricks are sort of sparse, very integrated with a lot of netherrack around them. And then as you get closer to the center, the netherrack starts to disappear, and then you've got this big cave-like tunnel thing. And it's all lit up by the portal. You even have some behind the portal, actually. And it's pretty simple. It was pretty it was pretty fast to build, and it does its job pretty well, I think. It holds the nether portal, and it looks pretty cool. So I'm happy with it. And that just about rounds out everything I wanted to do in this episode. With that being said, I'd like to thank you all for making it to the very end of episode 9 in the U.T.F series. I had a ton of fun making it, so I hope you all enjoyed as much as I did. However, if you do have any suggestions to help improve for future videos, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. And remember, if you did like the video, to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see more of my future content when it comes out. The channel and I would greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, keep swimming with the squids, and I will see you then.